welcome back to the Football Heritage. We're back again with another edition. Today, we're bringing you a special edition because Manchester United sacked Ruben Amorim few days ago, and they are now looking for an interim manager, and they play against Burnley, away to Burnley, drew 2-2 against Burnley, one of the worst teams in the Premier League. Manchester United drew 2-2 against them. Amorim is gone, but he was not the only problem on the team. He was not the only problem. There are so many problems at Manchester United. Even though Amorim deserved the sack, he deserved to be sacked. That is for sure. He deserved to be sacked because the worst record from the time Ferguson left the football club, Ruben Amorim, he has the worst record among all the coaches that have been at the football club since Ferguson left. The worst record, Ruben Amorim. So, he deserved to be sacked. He deserved to be sacked for that. His performances at the football club were abysmal, diabolical, atrocious. So he deserved to be sacked. But are the problems at the football club solved? Definitely no. The problems at that football club, they are not solved at all. They are not solved at all because there are people at that football club. The only way genuinely this football club will be at where it belongs is for all those people that are in charge to leave this football club. Every one of them should leave our club. That's the only way. That's the only way forward for all those guys to leave our football club. Or else, I tell you what, we will be right back in the same situation. It doesn't matter who is the coach. Our problems, not only coach problem. We have sacked so many coaches since Ferguson retired. David Moyes was fired. He didn't even end his season. He was fired. Louis van Gaal was also fired. Louis van Gaal was fired in his second season when he finished 5th. He missed out on the Champions League spot by goal difference against Man City. Man City qualified the top 4th play that season. Goal difference. He won the FA Cup that year, but he was sacked after finishing 5th in the Premier League. Then we appointed Mourinho. Jose Mourinho was appointed with huge reputation in Europe, having won so many trophies, charismatic manager, but he was fired in a third season. His first season, he won the Carabao Cup, he won the Europa League, which got us into the Champions League. His second season, miraculously finished second in the Premier League, and according to Jose Mourinho, that was one of his greatest achievements ever for finishing second that season to Manchester City. His third season, during the transfer window, Jose Mourinho wanted to get rid of Anthony Martial, people like Paul Pogba, Rashford, but the board said no to him, and he wanted to sign experienced players who are in their late 20s, in their early 30s, but the board, they didn't back Jose Mourinho. And we all know, if you don't back Jose Mourinho, Jose going to speak out. And Jose was fired in his third season. We appointed Ole as an interim coach. He won so many games, but yet we didn't qualify for the Champions League. We finished, I think, 6th or 5th that season. We didn't make the Champions League. But before then, he was appointed before the season ended as a permanent manager. He was appointed as a permanent coach based on the results he got when he was the interim coach. After a few seasons, Ole finished second and third. Then when we bought Cristiano Ronaldo, that entire Ronaldo purchase backfired. It damaged Ole's plan, and he was fired. We had an interim manager, Ralph Rangnick. After the season, they let him go, and we appointed Erik ten Hag. Ten Hag, first season, get us into the Champions League, finished third place, won the Carabao Cup. Second season, performed dismally, finished outside the top 4, and according to them, so we had so many injuries, and he won the FA Cup, and Ten Hag was not fired because he won the FA Cup. Even though that was a huge mistake, because Ten Hag was the most backed manager since Ferguson. The most backed manager since Ferguson was Erik ten Hag. In a third season, Ten Hag was let go. And then we appointed Amorim in May season, the middle of the season. This is a guy who plays a back 3 formation in possession of back 3, all of possession, a turn to back 5. This is how he plays. And the board, the director of football, Jason Wilcox, the CEO, Omar Berrada, those guys appointed Ruben Amorim, a system that Manchester United is not used to, a system that we don't play at all. We appointed a manager, and we appointed this guy in May season, even though he wanted to come the end of the season. But Manchester United told him it is either now or never. And Manchester United is a huge club, and it was a huge opportunity for Ruben Amorim, so he took the job May season. They gave this guy the job. They refused to back him. They never back him. They refused to back this guy. And looking at the players that we had, they let go of Rashford, Anthony, Sancho, and they didn't bring anyone in May season. And we kept losing game after game. We finished 15th place in the Premier League. Then we lost the Europa League final to Tottenham Hotspur. If they were not going to back Amorim to play his system, that was the time they should have fired Ruben Amorim at the end of last season. But they decided to keep him. They decided to keep Amorim. They decided to keep him. But they kept this guy. They bought 3 players in the transfer window. Even though we needed at least 5 players, realistically, we needed like 8 players, but minimum 5 in the transfer window. 2 central midfielder and whatsoever you get off front. They bought Benjamin Sesko. They bought Mattia Cunha and Brian Mbomo. 3 attacking players. We have scored we have scored goals this season than last season. Only a few teams have scored more goals than Manchester United this season. So, in attack, we improve. But our major problem in our squad is the midfield. The middle of the park. Manchester United midfield is one of the worst midfield in the Premier League. But yet, the club refused to sign midfielders in the transfer window. Rely on Casemiro. That guy is done. He should be nowhere near our first team. Nowhere near our first team. And they failed him. And all the blame is not on him. And he should also take some blame. Because his decision making as a coach, his in-game management as a coach, his substitution as a coach, they were diabolical. So he deserved to be sacked. But those that make the decision, those that made those decisions, those that hire Amorim, knowing fully well they were not going to back him to play his 3-4-3 formation, they should also be fired. The director of football, Jason Wilcox, and the CEO, Omar Berrada, should be gone. They should be fired because they failed this football club. This club is rotten from top to bottom. They failed us as fans. They failed the football club. They should also be fired. Jason Wilcox, he doesn't deserve to be the director of football. Omar Berrada doesn't deserve to be the CEO of this football club. They let us down. How can you appoint a manager knowing fully well this manager is a 3-4-3 system manager? This is a guy who plays with a back 3. And he told you guys he was not going to change. So, appointing a manager that plays different system that the club don't play at all, you needed to back him fully. With 2 proper wing backs and 2 proper midfielder, 2 energetic midfielder. We needed a Declan Rice or Casado type midfield. Because if you play with only 2 central midfielder, you need people that can run from start of the game to the finish of the game. From start to finish, you need people that can run. So a Casado type of midfielder and Declan Rice. Those are the kind of midfielder we needed at the football club. Casemiro, he's done. He's finished. He shouldn't be nowhere near the team. Manuel Ugarte, he has been awful all season. And the club failed to sign players. And we are in a January window again. Yet, the football club is not even thinking. They are not even thinking about signing midfielder. And everybody can see it. There is no Manchester United fan that doesn't know that Manchester United need midfielders. That is the biggest problem in the squad. We don't have good midfielders. Most Premier League teams have better midfield than Manchester United. And the club refused to sign midfielder. Knowing the problem, but they refuse to solve the problem. So Berrada should also be gone, along with Jose Wilcox. They don't deserve to be at our football club. They also fail. This is not only a manager problem. The manager gets some of the blame, but all the blame is not only on the manager. It's not only a manager problem. Berrada should be gone. The same as Jose Wilcox. They didn't do their job. And if you don't do your job, you should be fired. The same way the manager was fired for not doing his job, Jason and Omar Berrada should also be fired. They let us down. And yet, they are about to appoint either Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Michael Carrick as an interim. Because they don't want the pressure on them. Because the see fans that go to the games, they will be singing with Michael Carrick's name. They will be singing with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's name. They don't want to take the blame. They're trying to make the fans happy. They don't want to do their job. That the team need midfielders. This is Joey Rory. Get me a freaking midfielders. Get me some midfielders. That's it. I don't care who is the manager. As long as the midfield is terrible, we are going nowhere. The midfield is one of the worst midfield, if not the worst, in the Premier League. But they don't want to solve the problem. They don't want to solve the problem. They are going to play on us again. Michael Carrick or Ole, they are not the solution. The solution is get me 2 midfielders now. Get me 2 midfielders. Because the 2 positions, 2 good central midfielders now, get me them. And going to the owners, because the entire club is rotting. So, we have to break everything down and rebuild. We have to break everything down to rebuild our football club. To the owners, we have to put pressure on the owners, especially the match-going fans. They have to do something to put pressure on the owners for them to sell this football club. This is the reason why I wanted a total sale to Qatar. We could have been in a better position if this club was sold to the Qatari. They would have gotten rid of the debt. The huge debt on the football club. They were getting rid of the debt and they were invested heavily in the squad. James Ratcliffe, a so-called Manchester United fan, how are you sleeping? Are you a fan like some of us that when our team, when we are losing, it hurts us? We are hurt. Do you feel the pain that we feel, Ratcliffe? I don't think so. Because if you do, you will get some midfielders in. But you don't. You don't feel the pain that we feel. You don't feel that same pain. Jim Ratcliffe should be gone. You put pressure on those guys. They have to sell this football club to a good owner. Because the ownership at the football club has to change. That's the only solution. We have to change the ownership. With this ownership, nothing going to change. No matter who they appoint, you can bring in Pep Guardiola now to Manchester United. Nothing will change with this ownership. With this ownership, nothing going to change. Jim Ratcliffe, I thought you loved Manchester United. Why will you save the Glazers? You don't love the club. You claim to love Manchester United, but you are in bed with the Glazers, making this football club to suffer. Making the football club to suffer. They have to go. Stay away. Don't go to the games. Protest. Why are you still going to the game? March going fans. Why are you still going? You are part of the problem. Because as long as you are going, the Glazers, they will not sell. But if you refuse to go to games, you refuse to buy the merchandise and protest that they have to sell the football club, they will sell the football club. Because they are American, they love money, they love profit. Americans love money, love profit. When you hurt them in a pocket, they will be forced to sell the football club. Force them to sell this football club. With the Glazers and Jim Ratcliffe ownership, we are going nowhere. We have nowhere to go. This club is done. We are finished. We are finished. With this ownership, we are finished. No coach can save us. No coach can save this football club with this ownership. We have to change the owners. That's the solution to this football club. We have to change the owner. With the ownership, we are going nowhere. Nobody can save us. No manager. Not Luis Enrique. Not Pep Guardiola. No one can save us. Not Jurgen Klopp. No one can save this football club with this ownership. The ownership has to change. Stop going to matches. Protest. Don't go to games. Protest. Hurt them in their pocket. As long as they are not getting profit, they will be forced to sell the football club. Don't go to games. Don't buy their merchandise. Don't buy their merchandise. Don't go to games. And protest outside Old Trafford. They're going to sell the football club. This is the only solution we have. Or else, we will be in this position for another 10, 15 years. This club, under this ownership, the Ineos and Glazers ownership, we are done. We finish. Nobody will save us. You have to protest. If you love this football club, you will not go to games. If you love this football club, you want things to change at the football club, you will stop going to games. You will stop going to games. You will stop buying the merchandise from the store. But you don't mean well for the team. You act like you mean well, but yet you still go to the games. Every game. You guys go to every game. Old Trafford is filled. Every game. How are they going to sell? They don't care. They don't care about what's going on the pitch. All they care about is money. It doesn't matter whether Manchester United win trophy or not. We still one of the most commercialized football club in the world. We are still one of the top clubs that make the most money in the world. We generate more revenue than most clubs. Despite our position now, despite we are not in Europe, we are not competing for the Premier League, we're not challenging for the Premier League or the Champions League, but yet we still generate more revenue than most clubs. So they don't care. They don't care about your league position. They don't care whether this team win trophy or not. And we as fans, we don't care about the money the team generate, because that money don't go in our pocket as fans. We don't care about how much the team make. We as fans, we want our football team to win trophy. We want our football team to be good. We want our football team to attract big players. And how can you attract big players when you are not in Europe, when you are not challenging for the Premier League? How are you going to attract big players? You cannot attract big players when you are not challenging. So the ownership got to change. We have to change the ownership. That's the way forward. Change the freaking ownership. Change the ownership. Demonstrate. Do not go to games. Stay away from Old Trafford. Protest. Let's change the ownership. This is the way forward. We have to change the ownership for our football team to be where we belong. Manchester United is one of the biggest brands in world football. Only Real Madrid and Barcelona. That's it. We are one of the biggest brands in world football with huge fan base. How are we allowing this ownership to damage our football club without taking any action? Why are you not taking action? Why are you still paying going to games? Why are you still going to the store to buy the jersey? Why are you still putting money in the Glazers and Ineos pocket? Why are you still doing it? They're not going to sell our football club because they don't take you serious. You still go to game. They don't take you serious. We're not serious. You guys still go to the games. You have to do something. That's the only way things will be better. Or else we finish. We are a finished club. No coach. Forget about coach. I don't care who is the coach right now. At this moment, I don't care who is the coach of the football club. I don't care who is the coach. Because it's not a coach problem. From top to bottom, it's rotting. To do a total cultural reset, we need to change the ownership. Total reset, we have to change the ownership. That's the only way forward. The ownership has to change. And how can we change the ownership? By protesting. Don't go to games. Stay home. Do not go to game. Let Old Trafford be empty. Don't buy tickets. Don't go to games. Don't buy anything from the store. Don't get anything from the store. That stadium be empty. You see whether they will not sell. Because this is not a coach problem. We are finished. We have to do something. So Manchester United fan, you have to wake up from your slumber. Wake up and smell the coffee. We are done. It's not coach problem. The top, they have to go. The Glazers, Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos, Omar Berrada, Jason Wilcox, we have to get rid of them. That's the way forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the Football Heritage. The link is in the description. So, this is how I come to the end of this podcast. I'm angry right now. I'm fuming. This is getting all of here. We have to get rid of them. Get all of them out now. This is the only way forward. So thank you for listening and peace. I'm all here. You guys can have a wonderful day. Peace.